I'm Anne, and I really love Christmas. It's just a lot of fun. People come over and they ooh and ah over your trees, and you take joy and pride in knowing that you did that. It's a creative thing. But we don't have people over for Christmas anymore. We can't because we have so much stuff.
I'm Scott, and Ann is my wife. This house is absolutely a disaster. It honestly looks like Christmas just threw up all over the house. I haven't taken down the decorations myself for, I'd say, roughly 7 or 8 years now. I can't get to them because of all the other stuff that is in the way. The kitchen is completely covered in boxes and mail and just debris. You can't use the bathroom downstairs. There's a path that goes through all the stuff that she's purchased in the house. It's horrible, and it just keeps getting worse and worse and worse.
I love shopping. Working at the mall, you're there. You don't have to drive anywhere to go shopping. You're already at the mall, and it just builds up. That's why it's so messy.
A hoarder working in a retail store in the mall is basically like an alcoholic working in a bar. She can't control herself. She has spent roughly $60,000, $70,000 easily on bath products and purses that are just sitting there in bags around the house. She just gets hysterical whenever I throw things out. She would go and get them out of the trash and bring them back in.
I do want to get it cleared out to a point, but I want to make sure that I keep what I want to at the same time, because it is my stuff, it is my house.
I feel like she's prioritizing her stuff over my health, that I should just watch where I'm going. I told Ann that if she was not gonna clean up, that I was gonna end up just leaving. I'm at my wit's end. I can't take it anymore.
Good morning, everyone. I'm Standalyn Robertson, a certified professional organizer. I'd like to start in this room. Tell me what I'm going to find.
Purses and beauty products. And the Christmas, obviously.
Okay. The harder you work, the more we can get done.
Okay.
Okay, let's go. What I'm seeing is a compulsive shopper.
Thank you.
I mean, to have a house so filled with perfume, lotions, makeup, clothes, that's all impulsiveness. None of this is stuff that you even need to survive. This is all luxury. So why don't you just start making decisions of what can have new homes to make someone else happy.
Keep.
I thought the plan was you were gonna tell me what could go.
Okay. Keep.
Just tell me the ones that are going.
Donate that.
How do the donates feel? Does it feel good?
No.
Why does it feel hard?
Because it's brand new product and I spent my hard-earned money to buy it.
Is it fair to say when you bought it, you didn't need it?
I still like it, and it might be a good deal.
Is it a good deal? If you can't walk in your house, is it still a good deal?
No, not if you put it like that.
Well, that's the way I want you to think. Is it a good deal if it smells sweet and looks good, but it's in the middle of my relationship?
Yeah.
If you don't absolutely love it, it can't stay. What's unique about this job It's so many little things. We're talking about thousands of bottles. It would take her years to go through that. Unless she turns over some of the decisions, we won't get this done.
Keep.
I can't even stand in this hall at all. Not without standing on something.
Scott's been a lot more emotional today. He was so angry. He was like shaking.
It's such a waste. $30 bottle of lotion.
Wow.
Yeah. And there's 1, 2, 3, 4 of them just 5 of them right there. I mean.
That whole rack had thousands and thousands of dollars.
Oh, easily.
Okay, I have someone all lined up to take it, okay?
Okay, all right.
Be really careful.
I got it. Yep.
They have so much stuff in their house that it is sucking the life out of the family. In order to pull off a project of this magnitude, we need Ann to give us decisions we can make without her. We have to get this done. And I need you to help me figure out what that strategy is. What's our plan?
The tubs that are upstairs that have all the old stuff that we emptied out,
Right.
we're dumping all of it. Once she fills those up, all the other stuff just goes.
With the bath stuff, yeah, candles don't go there.
She's gonna get 1 box of candles, and then once that box is full, done. I wanna be able to walk in front of my bed, and I don't want the Christmas trees gone. I want them gone.
And you're okay with filling the box and
Yeah.
being done with it?
Can you just give me a minute, please? Please.
Can you just tell us what's going on?
I just want a private moment, please, okay?
This is one of the main goals
Yes.
of this
Yes.
project is to get the trees down.
Yes, ma'am.
Yes.
What will that mean to you?
Freedom from Christmas. Taking down the Christmas tree was absolutely phenomenal. I'm so glad to see the house without Christmas. It feels like an actual house again.
This is staying. That's a nutcracker candle. I bought it to go with that candle holder.
And no more candles.
No, that's for decor. It's nutcracker.
I'm very aggravated. I set her guidelines. You get 1 box of candles, and now she's saying that she wants to keep other candles, which is just defeating the purpose.
I want that.
You upset?
Yeah, it's very aggravating.
So that's a snapshot of what you're going to be experiencing. This is an opportunity with our support for you to practice asserting yourself,
Yeah.
insisting she let it go.
Yeah.
All right? Okay.
The candle, it needs to go.
No, that candle's staying. I gave up the other candles that were sitting there. No. No.
I give up. Fighting a useless battle.
It's okay. You did okay.
At this point, I'd like to throw the candle across the room,
Yeah.
but
The other thing you could do is you could say, look, this isn't about the candle. This is about our relationship. And if you care about our relationship, you'll let go of that candle.
okay. All right.
Okay, here he comes asking about the candle again.
Maybe the two of you can not talk about the thing a little bit. Maybe the two of you can talk about what's going on in between the two of you. I mean, how are you feeling about Ann's choices?
It does affect our relationship. It does, with all the stuff.
That's been said. So I don't think one can't. I think you're getting hung up on something.
Okay. All right.
Are we agreed?
We're agreed.
Okay.
Okay.
I'm trying to get Scott to actually assert himself, and he just couldn't do it. If he's not able to set limits around her stuff, he's not going to be able to manage his safety in that house.
I thought we were taking Christmas down.
Yeah.
Is this what I think it is?
No.
How we're gonna, yeah, it is. It's a candle. Things are not going as we expected. So Dr. Tompkins and I really need to come up with a plan B for Scott. I want to give you your own room, your own bed that's safe with a clear path.
We want to give you a place to defend.
Okay.
Okay?
Sounds
From
great.
the stuff.
That sounds great.
Okay.
I love that idea.
All right. So it's really important
Yeah.
for you to kind of stand your ground.
Yeah.
You're not asking for a lot here.
I'm not. That's not too much to ask, to be
No.
able to have a space.
Right.
Bust a move.
All right, let's do it. We're going to give him his own room. At least he'll be safe there. But the battle for him is going to be the relentless protection of that room from Anne's stuff. His life depends upon him asserting himself and protecting himself in this home.
We're at the end of the day. Our team has done a pretty good job of clearing some space.
Yes.
So right now, just having the freedom to walk through the house, that's the luxury that you have now.
I think it looks great.
It looks
Especially
great now.
Right now.
Yeah. There's only one concern, and that is the amount of stuff that's out on the lawn.
This is stuff that I either need to go through in my own time or I want to keep.
So is the plan that we'll just have paths on the first floor?
It may be. Rome wasn't built in a day.
Enjoy this for a few minutes, and then I will bring in a team to fill it back up. At the end of the day, it wasn't a total success, but I feel like we've created some space for Scott. If he feels empowered to be in charge of that space, who knows what will happen in the future as he gets his voice.
I'm very disappointed to see the stuff that went outside coming back in, but I'm gonna stay. I feel safe in the house now. There is actually a clear path for me to be able to go to the bathroom, for me to be able to go to bed and get up in the morning without hitting anything or stepping on her junk. And I won't let her take over the house like she has done before. She will not do this again.
Gloves, belt, final touches, pumpkin. I'm Sandy, and my husband Ed and I have been married for over 30 years. And we're known around the area as Mr. and Mrs. Claus.
Ho, ho, ho.
Off to the North Pole we go! The kids get so excited about seeing Santa and Mrs. Claus.
Isn't that fun?
It's just neat to bring the sparkle and the sugar plums and all that comes along with Christmas. But as much as we love Christmas, I can't put up a Christmas tree.
I'm Ed, and Sandy is my wife. Our house is cluttered.
Hi, honey.
It's terrible. I don't want to invite anybody over because you don't have room to do anything. Probably 3/4 of our meals we sit on the bed and watch TV and eat because finding a comfortable place to eat is a challenge.
My kitchen is on my kitchen floor, and we can't get out my front door right now because there's treasures that are blocking it.
She's always had a tendency to do a little bit of collecting. Then over the years, it's accumulated, and I'm not very good at saying no, so I just let her do whatever she wanted to do.
Thanks, hon.
So it's not just her, it's me also.
The stuff that's around us is comfort. It's kind of like food. Instead of eating, we collect.
Part of it's heartbreaking because my dad's working at the Goodwill. Part of it's
Love you.
frustration because I know that that means they're going to be shopping more and spending more at the Goodwill. It just makes you want to rip your hair out.
Have a good day.
Sandy will come in there more often because I'm working, and she'll shop, and we get a lot of things that we don't need.
It's been going on for so long that I just don't know what to say to get them to stop. If my parents continue on the same path, they will end up losing their house.
Good morning, everyone.
Good morning.
My name is Corey Chalmers. I'm an extreme cleaner that specializes in biohazard and hoarding. This isn't just about cleaning a house. This is about finding the real you guys. Sandy and Ed, not Santa Claus and Mrs. Claus, and what can keep you happy without stuff. We can make this happen for you guys. The hard part is for you to make the decisions. Because if you can't make quick decisions on what can stay and what can go, then we can't make progress.
Yeah.
So with all this being said, are you guys ready for a clean house?
Absolutely.
All right, let's go.
Let's do it.
So right now I want to have Sandy and Tracy in there with us, just seeing how they communicate. I want to learn how Sandy thinks and what she'll let go of, where she struggles, and see if we can't make a little bit of progress. I just want to learn a little bit about your thinking process. So for example, the stuff on the ottoman in front of you. Let's just talk about just those items right now.
Okay. What's a nice assortment?
So how about sharks? It's never been opened. I don't think you have any emotional attachment
Absolutely not.
to sharks.
But what it was a gift
It was for you or from you again?
for
Okay.
someone else.
Where this originally came from was when we went to Hawaii. So that's been around for almost 10 years and
I don't know where it
it's
came from.
not opened.
At the very least, it's been buried under a pile of clutter.
Right.
Okay, so it can go.
Go.
Okay? What is this?
Puzzles. It's children's mind games.
Okay.
Gift.
The problem is the first two things we've touched are gifts. So I have a feeling we're going to hear that term a lot.
You are. I'll get things and I'll say they're going to be presents. Just need to be wrapped to go to.
Right. It's not actually a present until you've given it to somebody.
Right.
Until then, it's just stuff in your house.
You're almost losing your house.
Right.
Why are we buying gifts for people when you can't afford to stay in your own home?
It's just my nature. That's just the person I am.
My biggest concern is that for Sandy, it's not just going to be about giving up some things. It's about giving up her identity, which is that I'm always the person who has all the gifts. She needs to recognize that her life has to be about something else besides that. Can Mrs. Claus just be a role that you play to make people happy as opposed to a life that you live?
Yes. But don't take my role away.
I do not want to be the guy who ruined Christmas, all right? I'm not Scrooge, I'm not the Grinch, but being Mrs. Claus is actually working to Sandy's detriment. That's killing her. She's going to lose her house if she keeps doing that.
Sandy?
Yeah.
We've only done half your craft room, and it is full out here.
Very full.
It literally looks like your house exploded. So it's the last day of the cleanup, and the plan of attack today is to really take on that craft room. She has so much stuff in there, and that's going to take a lot of time to sort through. So we got to start moving.
Donate, 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 donate. Keep.
Let's not throw it in the mud.
Well, you want fast. Only thing in here is the rock tumbler that needs to come out.
You haven't seen it in years, you haven't used it in years.
Yep.
Can you live without it?
Not that.
You can't live without a rock tumbler?
Nope, because it's not going to be mine.
So you're going to give it to somebody?
Yes.
It's a gift.
That has been wanting one. And I didn't
But-
know I had
but-
one to give to him.
Look, this is what I'm trying to talk about. Someone
Donate.
wants something and now you happen to have it doesn't mean you have to give it to them. We're trying to get rid of stuff here today. We're trying to make a difference in your life, not someone else's. That's the whole object of the conversations the last couple of days about gifting. Where's Tolan? By her holding onto a rock tumbler for someone that doesn't even know she has it, just proves to me that the behavior hasn't changed, and she may continue down this road of collecting things for other people still. And that's why I wanted Dr. Tolan to come in and address it.
So what's your concern, Corey?
We're coming across things like that she still wants to gift.
Things like what?
Like the rock tumbler.
The rock tumbler.
She didn't even know she had it. They don't know she has it, so instead of getting it out of her life right now, it's gonna stay in her house, in a box to be gifted someday.
I see.
I think he's the one that needs the doctor. She wants to give it to somebody, let her give it to somebody. Big deal. To hell with everybody.
Well,
There you got it, right there.
I don't need that
there it
attitude,
is.
but
That's my attitude. They're a bunch of idiots. To hell with them. Thought they were trying to get this done, but I guess they're going to stand around all day.
You need to hold on to the memories, like the cool stuff, not a gift for somebody that they don't even know that it exists.
That is what got us here, but that's not what's going to come out at the other end of the tunnel. Things have been solved. Mindsets have been fixed.
If people don't let those emotions out at some point, they're just bottling them up like they have all along, and nothing's going to change. So we like to see that. I'm hoping that we can use this to our advantage in the afternoon, now that all the emotion's out on the table.
Let's donate. Donate. This is all donate.
What was this basket?
Donate.
Whatever it is, get rid of it.
That's donate.
After the midday meltdown, everyone kicked it into high gear. I've never seen such fast decisions being made. She got rid of about 95% of her belongings, which is incredible.
Oh, wow.
Welcome home.
It's just amazing. Just wow.
You guys ready to see the rest of the house?
Absolutely. Oh, look at this. Wow. It's just amazing. Just absolutely amazing.
Big crisis is the finances.
Right.
Yeah, so let's think about where some of this financial crisis came from.
The gifting and the giving.
Yes.
And I'm not doing that. I've already stopped doing that.
Tracy, do you feel like the crisis has been solved?
I think so. I think you're starting to understand that we don't need things, we need you guys. We can replace things, we can't replace you.
Just like the Who's in Whoville, I think this family has learned that the true spirit of Christmas is not about stuff. It's about being with the friends and the family that you care about.
Thank you, guys.
It was good working with you guys.
You.
My name's Patty, and I'm 48. Well, outside the home, I mean, I'm very outgoing. I do a lot with my kids, you know, at school and athletically with their sports activities.
Come look for stuff for me, for my daughter.
It's like leading a double life. I have to be one way outside of my home, and then I come inside of my home, and reality sets in. Everybody has their issues. Some of them are more visible than others. And my issue is this. Nobody knows, and I'm sure they would be very shocked. And especially since, you know, we have basically, aside from this, a very normal life.
I'm Dave, I'm Patty's husband. We've been married since 1987. Well, I think it's, in this case, Patty's hoarding is directly related to the shopping.
I'm seeing a clearance tag.
She likes to shop.
Pet egg, 3 cartridges. 5-in-1 magnetic travel game set. I'm seeing gift sets. I'm kind of a sucker for gift sets.
Well, a lot of the stuff that she purchases or has purchased over time is still in the bag that she brought it home in, still got the tags on it. New items, never been used, probably thousands of dollars. Most assuredly thousands of dollars worth of stuff.
I do have ideas as to what brought me to this point, probably issues within my marriage.
It wears on you because it tends to get in your head and you think about it all the time. You think about the impact on the kids.
It's gotten to where it's so overwhelming that it's difficult, and the deeper it's gotten, the more difficult it's become. Especially as far as the kids are concerned. They would like to have friends over, they go over to friends' houses, and they can't reciprocate. And I know it's hard for them, and it hurts them and me, and I hate it. It's a dirty little secret, which I'm ashamed of. When the kids were taken, I was in shock. My daughter and I were out running an errand, and Dave and my son were home.
he started towards the door and came and got me and said, "Dad, there's police at the door." And I thought, okay. So I went down and opened the door, and I knew immediately why they were there. I knew.
I guess someone had called in about my home, have no clue as to who. And they came with cameras in hand and inspected the house.
They walked through the house, and they basically stated that the kids needed to go somewhere else.
It was the worst moment of my life. Undoubtedly the worst moment of my life, when the police parade up your street and tell you your kids have to leave.
I'm Dr. Renee Renardi. I specialize in working with people with compulsive hoarding, obsessive compulsive disorder, and other anxiety disorders.
Come on up. We'll head to the kitchen first.
Okay.
This is my messy, cluttered kitchen.
I'm a cognitive behavioral therapist, which means that I mostly teach people skills that they need to learn in order to get control over their symptoms. Are you able to cook?
Yeah, I just move the stuff off and move it around, and yeah, I know this is not ideal at all. I mean, definitely not.
Well, and it's something.
The whole house isn't ideal.
But
so.
we work at it. And then you said this is your daughter's room here?
Yeah.
Okay. So it looks like a lot of toys and clothes mostly. And
normally, you know, she had a way to her bed, but I've just kind of been tossing stuff in there, trying to get rid of it elsewhere.
And I think that's something that we're going to work a lot on this weekend, right? So how are you feeling about getting help from other people and having some of the crew come in? And
relieved.
Yeah.
Very relieved.
A crew's going to be coming in to sort and organize.
I'm Dorothy Brenninger. I am not a therapist, but I've been doing this for over 10 years and really relate to the clients. Okay, and so I'd like to tell you a little bit about what this is. It's a hoarding job. That means we have a lot of stuff.
Feeling a little anxious, thinking of all the things that I should have gone through to make sure, you know, my pictures and my sentimental items don't get lost.
Unfortunately, like in the basement or in the garage, we'll have some critter droppings maybe.
Yeah, I'm a little nervous, but part of me is relieved that this is getting done. Another part of me is a little anxious about things possibly, you know, getting tossed that are of importance, but I want my kids back, and that's the bottom line.
Hey, Dorothy, can you make sure that they're going through the boxes thoroughly and nothing is left in the boxes?
Oh yeah, they can't flatten a box without making sure stuff is out.
Okay.
But still, nothing's being thrown away.
I know that.
Yeah.
I guess one thing that worries me is the potential trash pile. Like the wagon that's over there.
That's right.
Not trash.
Nope.
So I don't know why it's over there.
Well, Dorothy has told everybody that it's important not to throw things out, categorize things, organize things, and it's important to me.
Hey guys, are you for sure nothing is in any of those boxes?
We sorted through all that stuff
All
already.
those boxes are sorted
Everything
through.
was emptied out, and it's just cardboard boxes
Okay,
broken down.
all right.
Yep.
Well, up to this point, I'm surprised she agreed to do it in the first place. A little skeptical, just to see how this is all going to happen. You see all the stuff that's come out of that garage. It's amazing to see it all scattered out all over the driveway and the lawn. What's going to happen with all this stuff? Is Patty going to let loose of it? Remains to be seen.
Kite string is good.
Kite string is good.
Wagon keep. Valentine container is good.
Valentine container is good.
This I want to keep that. Keep, and the toaster. Sentimental value. Ooh, yeah.
And this is?
And that I haven't decided yet. That's in the I'm not sure pile. Oh my gosh. There's just so much stuff. There is so much stuff. Anybody need a shovel?
When we get into a basement and into a garage, we wind up, well, coming head on with some critters. And in addition, we actually have used some shovels. You know, when we get into the basement, things kind of crumble a little bit. There's no way to pick it up with your hands. And that's disturbing. It's disturbing for us to have to do it, for her to see it, and it's what's so. That's the reality of it.
On TV when it says critter droppings. I know they're there, but it just hurts to hear it.
I think it's really humiliating.
There's no way to fix it.
Yeah, there is.
There isn't.
Everything can be fixed. And nothing has to be perfect.
I was feeling a little revealed, a lot of exposed. You know, this has been kind of my dirty little secret for quite some time, and you know, to know that people are seeing this and I'm having to expose myself, it's a little difficult.
The game plan for today is finishing up some of the odds and ends items that we have to do, making sure that it's a safe environment. Things that I'm doing right now, with Patty's permission, is then to go through, get rid of any food that's expired. So, and that happens because things, we don't get to the back of the fridge, we don't always get to the top of the fridge, so items do expire, and being careful about mouse poo when it's on stuff or any kind of indicators of critters. We want to make sure to get rid of that to make it a safe environment. If stuff has black mold on it,
right?
It was something that I just, you know, I didn't look too closely at it.
Absolutely.
So
Yeah, I agree. This is painful doing this, you know what?
Do you want me to go in instead?
No, I can do it. It's just, it's embarrassing and humiliating.
Right there.
Very. Oh, all right, I'm good.
Okay, so what do you want to tell me about the embarrassment right now?
Because this is my daughter's room and it shouldn't look like this. Her room should not be this way. It should be pretty and nice and neat.
It should be nice and neat, I know that.
And it shouldn't look like this.
Did she do all this?
No, she didn't do any of it. I did it. I just felt buried in all that stuff. And it was so embarrassing and so humiliating because they should be my kids' space and they haven't been. And I've created what's in there, not my kids.
All right, good.
It just gave me, I guess, hope and enlightenment for how things are going to be from here on out. I still have those visions in my mind about all the piles of stuff on my table and on my counter and everywhere else. And it feels so different now. No prison walls, no stuff, no cringing when I walk in my front door. It feels great. It's like a rebirth, a second chance.
what do you think?
I'm thinking how excited my daughter's gonna be when she walks in there and
sees a room that she can't ever remember having seen. She's going to be totally elated to have all that space. It's all her own.
Well, from the time this started and the garage door opened on the first day till where it is right now, and how far this has come, it's boggling. When I walked into this room, I lost it. I hadn't seen this floor in I don't know how many years, and Patty said something about the kids, how they're going to react, and I just lost it. The bottom line of this whole thing is this is about the kids. This is for them.
I mean, it was really, really difficult for me to decide to open myself up and to expose myself, because this is something that nobody likes to share with anyone, but I knew it was my only chance at getting my kids back.